When Josephine was 13, a shadow trespassed on that filtered light. The family next door had moved from a small town near Fredericksburg called Shiloh. A young couple with 3 sons. The oldest was named Arden. He came strutting into the yard on a warm spring day when the leaves in the orchard were curling tendrils and the shadows hung dark, waiting for May to darken them into the black of an Angus bull. He wore a pair of corduroys and a shirt with a Western design. His hair was almost as light as Libby's, and his face just as angular. His eyes gave off different inferences that depended on the angle of approach. Libby saw wildness and sweetness and a deep capacity for sorrow. Josephine saw arrogance and entitlement and a lack of respect for elder sisters. Soon Arden's feet were swinging from the branches, and the quality of conversation was forced into a different season, one that incorporated boys. Now Indian talk pierced the orchard, fishing lore, legends, and brutal accounts of cats killing birds. Pirate stories in secret caves, the challenge of breaking a colt. Even the drifting scent changed from the faint lavender of girls to the sweat of a hot boy. Something was unnatural here, like a tree that fruits before it blooms. Josephine was gently elbowed out of the shade until she no longer entered the orchard at all, but lurked at the perimeter. She didn't understand how to be alone. She felt insubstantial, impermanent as silence in a room full of women. There was some kind of secret to making friends, and, denied this, she began to spend her time in her father's office. Children cried, and teeth flew. "Hand me the laudanum," her father said. She watched him pour the opiate onto a spoon to numb a patient's pain. She imagined the bottle held to her own lips, pain declining, pleasure growing, the sweetness of a watermelon, the dreaminess of a summer afternoon, the cool water of a fishing hole, the softness of ferns. Hostility toward the whole led to belligerence about the parts. His laugh, his haircut, the shape of his arms, the blue of his eyes, the way his pretty face resembled Libby's. "You spend so much time with him," she complained to Libby. "How about me? I thought I was your best friend." "Don't be silly. You can sit in the orchard with us any time." "That was our orchard." "Oh, Josephine, orchards belong to everyone." When Libby and Arden weren't in the orchard, they would disappear into the woods and stay gone for hours, returning with new secrets, certain stories exchanged, pebbles gathered, sparrow eggs rescued, snakes slain. The sight of the interloper drove Josephine to distraction. She had nightmares in which he fell from the branch of a tree or from the top of their house, grasping her sister's hand and pulling her down with him. A year had passed. Autumn had arrived. The apples were heavy in the orchard, weighing down the limbs. Flowering weeds turned colors or withdrew their blooms. The sky was white in places, sweet blue in others. Libby's illness began as a weariness, a desire for naps. Quickly it grew a fever, then chills. The orchard sat empty. Libby lay in a dim room, her face flushed and skin perspiring. Arden visited her at first, but when she grew worse, he could not look at her without bursting into tears, and Mrs. Beale sent him away. "Get a hold of yourself, son. You aren't helping matters." Despite the protestations of her mother, it was Josephine who took over, fetching teas and applying poultices, whispering, singing, telling her own tales finally. She wiped down the floors with lavender water, so that Libby could awaken to the fragrance of flowers. She brewed tea, heated soup on the fire in the kitchen. Her nursing skills defined her, made her whole again. A framed tintype sat on the night table. 2 little girls stared out from it.